Welcome! Today I would like to share the Gospel with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew 25:31 through 46. Jesus said to his disciples, "When the Son of Man comes in his glory with all of his angels, he will sit on his royal throne. The people of all nations will be brought before him, and he will separate them, as shepherds separate their sheep from their goats. He will place the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, 'My Father has blessed you. Come and receive the kingdom that was prepared for you before the world was created. When I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. And when I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. And when I was naked, you gave me clothes to wear. When I was sick, you took care of me. And when I was in jail, you visited me.' Then the ones who pleased the Lord will ask, 'When did we give you something to eat or drink? When did we welcome you as a stranger, or give you clothes to wear, or visit you while you were sick or in jail?' The king will answer, 'Whenever you did it for any of my people, no matter how unimportant they seemed, you did it for me.' Then the king will say to those on his left, 'Get away from me. You are under God's curse. Go into the everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels. I was hungry, but you did not give me anything to eat. And I was thirsty, but you did not give me anything to drink. I was a stranger, but you did not welcome me. I was naked, but you did not give me any clothes to wear. I was sick and in jail, but you did not take care of me.' Then the people will ask, 'Lord, when did we fail to help you when you were hungry or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in jail?' The king will say to them, 'Whenever you failed to help any of my people, no matter how unimportant they seemed, you failed to do it for me.' Then Jesus said, 'Those people will be punished forever, but the ones who pleased God will have eternal life.'" The Gospel of the Lord. And now Philip will reflect on the Gospel with you.
Well, hey everyone, welcome to a very special edition. We are right here in the St. Mike's Laboratory. I know it looks exactly like the same spot I was before last week, but it's not, because I've added some goggles and a hat. Oh, and this sweet, sweet lab coat. So this week's reading talked about when you do this for the least of my brothers and sisters, you do it for me. Jesus said that. And what does he mean by that, do you think? Oh, well, I'll tell you what I think it means. It means we test ourselves about how we love Jesus by how we love others, especially folks who don't have as much as us. We're going to do a little bit of a science experiment today. So let's take a look at these two jars. Now, one of these jars is your heart without the love of Jesus inside of it. Just a regular old heart beating blood through, doing its job, keeping you alive the way you're supposed to do. It's bare minimum. The other jar is not only your heart, but it's your heart filled with the love of Jesus. Now, both of these sitting by themselves are doing nothing but keeping you alive, pumping blood from here to there, giving oxygen to your brain and all your other places. But by themselves, they're just beating hearts. Now, let's add a little bit of love and charity to both. Now, let's see what happens when we do something with love and faith and charity in our hearts without actually having Jesus' love. See? Still beats. You still did the thing that you wanted to do, but there's not a lot there. It doesn't go. Now let's take a look at what happens when we fill our heart, which is already filled with Jesus' love, with service and kindness and caring for others. Let's see what type of reaction we get. Wow. Take a look at that! That's unbelievable! It's alive. It's bubbling. It's filled with life. Why? Because we walked around doing good for folks who couldn't do it for themselves. And we did it filled with the love of Jesus. We were propelled from the love of Jesus Christ himself to do the best we could for others. And we did it because that's exactly what Jesus wanted us to do. Whatever you do for the least of my brothers and sisters, you do for me. Which means that we should help our fellow man, and we should do it with Jesus' love in our heart. And that is this week's episode of Science Lab at St. Mike's.